All right, hi you guys. This is Autochthonous Eris, and I'm coming to do a general love reading. Um, I don't know when the time is. I'll call it timeless. But we are in the month of December towards the end, so we'll say we could also call it the end of December reading. I just finished up my first fifth element reading in a very, very long time, so that's pretty neat. Um, Yeah. So that'll be up probably before this one, unless not. It may not be, to be honest, because this one may be a little bit shorter than the fifth element reading. We got a lot of information in there, and I feel like I was also probably talking very slowly. But anyway, I I hope and pray that something resonates in that reading for you guys. I don't know what it's going to be entitled just yet. I think I may call it. I really don't know what I'm going to call that one, to be honest. I should have been writing down some of the messages that I got that could potentially work as a name for it. But I like to sit with spirit after the fact anyway, so we'll see what happens. Um, I'm hearing right now for that one, getting your affairs in order. But that's really just a portion of what was touched on, child. Getting your affairs in order, okay? Maybe even getting your house in order, maybe what we call that. All right. I hope that everyone is still hibernating as much as you can. Even if you're working, when you go home, I hope that you're making time, to just like be as comfortable and cozy as possible because that's still the season that we are in, you guys. We are in this period of hibernating, and not even just hibernating, but like preparation. Okay? This is still a preparatory period. I definitely feel the need to say that. I'm just shuffling each deck I'm going to use today. I just have a couple different decks with love messages, and I'm going to obviously just whatever I hear from spirit, whatever I'm feeling, whatever I even see. Also, I can't lie; it'll be based off of my own feelings, experiences, and observations as well that I draw from. But it's gonna be just like all the information that I have with me. My last candle just went out, so that's El Nido to me. So I'll pull from all these different decks of love messages, and then my last card that I'll give you guys is going to be kind of like, to me, an affirmation card, a spiritual card, an oracle card message. Okay, all of these are oracle messages, and that'll be from my encouraging words of Jesus deck. A card has already come up and out. I'll shuffle once more, but this wasn't me asking for the card yet. But we have one, and I'll pull another one. This one right here says, whatsoever ye shall ask the Father in my name, he will give it to you. John 16:23. So that's something to keep in mind for some of you guys. Let's go ahead and get into the reading. Spirit, thank you so much for the messages. We got our first one. Oh, our first two. All right. I think I have seen you in my dreams before. This feeling is strangely pulling me towards you. These messages could be both for a current relationship, it could be for a brand new person, it could be for a new relationship, and it could also be for a brand new person. Like it could be someone that you know that you've never had relations with, or that could be an ex, or it could be for a brand new person. This one, however, is definitely feeling like it's a totally brand new person. Yeah, it's given we don't even know each other. All right, and the next card is, what is that vibe surrounding you that makes me feel intensely passionate? So some of us could receive word that somebody's been obviously dreaming about us. And again, like I said, this could be a person already that you know. It could be somebody brand spanking new, just however it applies, okay? Under the deck, it says, you are the soul I've been seeking for. When you hold my hands, that warmth keeps my insecurities away, and wish you could put yourself into my shoes to understand how I feel. These are the overall energies that I'm going to take, or just more messages, basically. Let's move on to this deck. Thank you, Spirit, for the messages coming out for us. Healing family issues. Healing family issues. This one says, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Spirit, is there any more messages to help us with this? Yes, there is. I have codependency showing up here. Addictions are affecting your romantic life, and those addictions can even be, they really can fall under any category, just to be very clear. You know more, and you may not know, or somewhere within yourself, you also may know what you're addicted to. Some people are actually addicted to the idea of love, okay, and the idea of finding it, the idea of actually being a part of a connection where there is love, even if they do not yet experience that. Even if they don't actually experience the love, okay? But just the thrill of potentially experiencing it, it allows them to participate in connections that may not be the best for them. That could be a codependency. Also, for sure, just feeling the need to have someone else around, or to be totally dependent upon another person. And then the other party in the connection has their reasons why they're totally dependent as well. Codependency, which can really leave both parties feeling like they're missing something. Last but not least, we have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And I do love the card as is, but I oftentimes feel like that don't even got to be the truth either. There could be all the feels, but if something is not meant and stuff like that, somebody could feel a little off about the connection, where, or I always see that card too as somebody feeling stronger about the connection than the other person. Even if there is love there on both parts, somebody's could be in a different way, which totally changes the dynamic of the connection. To the point to where one person is thinking somebody friends, the other person is like, you are the love of my life and I want to be with you. You know what I mean? One person could think, oh no, you're my friend, my best friend, while the other person over here talking about, child, you are my associate. So that's what I get when I get unrequited love, okay? Basically, you guys may not see eye to eye in the connection as well. Somebody could see something totally different, all right? It's also possible that there's not enough balance within the connection. So both of you guys could have, be more of the same element. Like somebody could both parties could be feminine, both parties could be masculine, where there needs to be an ebb and a flow, where there needs to be somebody who is absolutely in their feminine and the other takes on the masculine role. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, I see passion, express your love, and retreat. That's like more messages and or overall energy. Somebody, depending on whether you're masculine or a male or a female, rather, some of you guys could have had issues with your mother or issues with your father, and thus it has held you back from feeling a certain way about your partner. Or you may have the passion, but you may often reserve it or call it back or pull it back because of the issues surrounding that. So once you heal whatever that is, the passion may be able to more freely flow for some of you guys. For others of you, with the express your love card, the codependency card could be connected to that, where a person may be with one partner just because they feel that they are provided for in ways that they may not feel that they're able to do for themselves consistently, or they wanted more and they knew that they weren't able to do it, or they didn't feel like they were able to do it, so they got with someone who had more, okay, of whatever this thing is. And they're not actually with the person that they're with, or that they love, or that they're in love with, or that they choose to love. Okay? So the codependency could be that I don't even really care about this person like that. I'm just here because of what they're able to assist me with, or what they're able to do for me. But my heart, my mind, and the way that I feel, that's different. And that goes to a totally different person, possibly. Doesn't have to be the case, but it's possible. Or that could be the dynamics within the same connection where, oh, I do care about you, I love you a lot, but a lot of the focus could be on what a person does for, or what maybe both people do for the other, rather than the love. And maybe, expressing someone's love in whatever form that has to be. Like, some people are great at acts of service. Some people are great at, they may not be the one to talk about it, but they're I'm a show you type person. Other people are great at actually putting into words how they feel about you, and they have no problem sharing that. Okay. And whatever other ways that people show up, we're complex and we're amazing in all our ways. So in whatever ways people show up in the connection, somebody needs to show up. Somebody needs to let their person know how they feel about them. And in doing that, it possibly could heal codependency issues. With the unrequited love card, we also have retreat. So this makes me feel like I'm getting a couple storylines. The first one is that it's very possible that some of you guys could have recognized that, I don't feel like somebody could feel like they have unrequited love and need to go on a retreat to spend time alone, okay? Even though there are people on this card, I'm getting the other right now. But it's possible somebody needed to go by themselves so that they could come back together and be strong like this. More committed, okay? For others of you, this is y'all both, went somewhere together and spent time, and now you feel closer than ever. For others, this is a getting away from a connection that may have had something, but it doesn't seem to have enough of what's necessary, and leaving it alone altogether. Okay? It's time to disconnect from the world. Like, it's possible that somebody may have gotten broken up with, okay? Someone may experience a breakup, and thus they may go to be by themselves. They may disconnect. Not accepting phone calls, not really talking to too many different people, hold up in their home, or hold up in a town that makes them, it evokes other types of healing or love, joy qualities from them. Okay, let's move on, shall we? I don't want this to be too long, so let's hurry up. First card out is Heart with the Key. Heart with the Key. It says this: welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, and perfect. That could be something that some of you guys are getting ready to really experience. Like I said, it feel like this is all smoothly going together, no matter which way it is, no matter whether you're currently with your partner, but you was wondering whether or not y'all should be together, and you took a break and you realized that this person, you absolutely adore them, you just have forgot, or you just didn't really see them in a certain way until now type shit. That's still somebody's, key opening your heart. If you are a person who you were closed off from a person, you're recognizing that in your awakenings or whatever, and you feel that you're being led of spirit to go back to the person whose heart you were guarded against before, or was guarded against. I don't know how it goes, but I would say maybe feel like somebody could have had their heart locked towards another person. If spirit is calling you back towards that person, it's possible that this time you are coming with an open heart, ready to receive and give love. However it resonates, that's the card about to come out. The Clock. When I get this card, I feel like karma. I feel like it's the appointed time. So let's see. Need time, takes time, in time, cycles, time to heal, and also progress. And then I've got the Chaser, but in reverse. So it says Chaser in codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issue. In the reverse, it makes me feel like someone is going to somehow maybe overcome their issues of being abandoned, overcome their codependency energy. And that took time. They had to open their heart. That's dope. At the bottom of the deck, I see mirror. Mirroring each other, self-image relationships reflect our wounds, and then also introspection is the first card. The second one is soulmates. Wow, soul connection, partnership, agreement, and soul contract. And last but not least, we got the sunglasses, and it says watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, or focusing out. It makes me feel like somebody could realize that this is what they were doing. In a connection, they can realize that either they've been the one actually doing this, even though they could have thought it was their partner doing these things. And so because they stealed away, because they got a chance to reflect, because they even have observed their partner and they recognize that their partner may be reflecting things within themselves back to them that they could not see. Maybe now they're understanding, okay, this is really my soulmate. We have this contract, or we had it. And, here's what I learned about it. I learned that I was gaslighting. I learned that, my perception was off. I learned that my focus wasn't on me, but it was on you. And as a result, I realized maybe, that wasn't the way to go. So now I'm back. I'm here. I'm ready to do it the right way. And look, as I said that, the butterfly, relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. I'm going to put that out there because I do feel like somehow that's connected. Moving on. Because to me, what I had just explained would be a change, in this person or in you. Spirit, give us one of the last messages. All right. I want to make things right. I want to make things right. That's what this person is saying. I want to make things right. First card that would have hit the table. The second says, I sabotaged our connection because it was too intense. And I felt the need to say, for me. It was too intense for me. Like, this is the message that I feel like either is going to be given from some of you guys who are watching, or this is what you might hear. Any more messages here, Spirit? All right, I got to turn it right side up. It says, I let people manipulate me into ghosting you. And now I feel like they're coming out of that energy. Somebody has released this energy right here. I feel like someone is no longer going to be listening to somebody anymore. Maybe a father, listen, oh my God. Maybe a mother or father figure who was very controlling, manipulative, charismatic though, but nevertheless had that energy about them, very bossy. Maybe that person, because y'all, all of these messages I feel somehow are connected that I've done today. The fifth element message, on point. And that's where I'm kind of stemming from. I feel like somebody may have lost a parent, or a person. It could have even been a wife or a husband figure, but somebody lost a person who was really important, influential in their life. That could have been the opposite sex of them, or even the same sex. It just depends. Somebody passed, or somebody found out that a person betrayed them, and now they've lost that type of, connection to them and the ability to do any type of manipulating. But I got a heavy death energy, you guys, in the fifth element reading. A heavy death energy specifically surrounding maybe a mother figure, but it could be a father figure as well. Whoever this was, this could have been the breadwinner. This could have been the person who provided, who I'm hearing, who held the purse strings. They could have been able to, control, because that's what manipulate stands for. They could have been able to control this person or control their behavior because they were the one who had the money, or they had the house, they had the car, they had the things that the person knows is necessary for life. Or maybe the other person, the person connected to this reading, this relationship, your partner, your soulmate, this person, they could have been the one who held the strings, but they felt obligated to this other person. It just depends. Spirit, are there any more messages before I move on? Are there any more messages that need to come out from this person before I move on? The distance between us kills me. I'm going to look at the bottom of the deck now because I feel led. They will never compare to you. Overall energy or extra messages. I'm holding on to the memories of us. That makes me feel like that card where I was saying that somebody could have chose to remain in a connection just because of necessity, but their heart could be with another person. You see, that's why I said what I said when I said that. They will never compare to you, and I'm holding on to memories of us. That definitely sounds like that energy. Like, I may be with them, but the way that I feel you has not, the way that I feel you has not changed, and the way that I feel for you has not changed. Last but not least, I ran because I wasn't ready for you. I also don't know, but I feel like something connected to Iran may be somehow significant or important. It don't have to have nothing to do with each other. Here is another message that I'm going to put with this, and I'm going to stop here. But it says, I knew that you were the one when I met you. That is the love reading, you guys. That is the love reading and the messages that I felt led to give. I wish you were here with me. It's finally the last one I'm going to do. Peace, love, light, and darkness, which work together to bring balance and harmony, first within ourselves, but then within our world. It's been my pleasure to read for you guys. I am not done. Oh my God. Let's get the next card. All right. Encouraging words of Jesus deck. It says, blessed are they that hear the word of God and keep it. I really feel like this is about obedience. This is going to be about, I think obedience is the best way, but to give an example, the Lord may be instructing either you watching or someone connected to you watching. The Lord may be instructing them to reach out, instructing them to find out about where you are and then get to you with a message from God, by the way, for you. Maybe for you, with them or for them, or maybe it's just a message that they are meant to give to you so that it can solidify a word that God already gave you. And maybe it may help you keep God's word if you've fallen off based upon not having all the information, based upon waiting for something specific to happen. And when I say waiting, I don't mean you not actually doing something or living your life. I actually mean that you will be living life when this comes in. And by living life, for some of you guys, I'm literally hearing for sure that you could have moved on with a totally different person. a soulmate. There could have been another contract that had come in for you because you were praying to God, letting God know that you wanted companionship and that you did not want to be by yourself. Not necessarily because of fear of that, but because you love and you want to love, and you wanted to experience feeling that love. You wanted some companionship, and the Most High gave you that. Or the Most High, when I say gave, it's like the Most High allowed for that to come in for you. Even if to a degree it's karmic, as in, and I don't even want to just say karmic as negative, because I don't believe karmic is only negative. But even if it's negative, or even if it's a beautiful thing, it's karmic nonetheless, because maybe it's not the promise. God gave you guys a promise, who I'm talking to, I believe. And it's possible that because the promise took such a long time to come to pass, versus when you heard the word, you could have believed that it was never going to happen. And in you believing that it wasn't going to happen, you may have opted to get with someone else, and that was permitted for a time. It's possible that that person is who could be coming in. Okay? They could have received a message and God is getting on their ass to get it together. Because it's quite possible that without them being obedient, they could have caused you to stumble as well. This card came up reversed, but I'm going to have to read it upright. And if I feel led to still read the reversal, I will do that. The reversal energy, because this don't have reversals. But it says, watch and pray that you enter not into temptation. I know for a fact that the reason why this was in reverse is because it's not, I don't want to say, maybe I should just say it. I feel like somebody, if they were watching at any point in time, they stopped watching. That stopping to watch could literally be that they got tired of waiting and that they were like, Lord, I want love. Lord, I'm so hurt. Lord, I don't feel worthy. Lord, I don't feel like that anybody wants me, and I want to feel wanted. And I'm speaking from experience. Jeez Louise. I am speaking from experience. Somebody could have received word about something and how something was going to happen and all that. And even when, baby, do you hear me? Even when God could have showed you in your dreams and you didn't recognize it until this very moment, that in 2024, baby, that in 2024, the word of the Lord that was spoken into your heart, into your mind, into your life about maybe a divine partnership, a divine spouse, but a real spouse, could come in and y'all could be together, both in love, matrimony, and in purpose, okay? Because y'all got a job to do together to help raise the vibration of this world. Somebody got weary. Someone got tired. And I'm going to say in my department, it was me. I got tired of waiting. There was a moment like a fire sign, because I'm a sprinter, baby. I ain't going to lie to you. I wish I had that marathon energy, but I'm a sprinter. So I was going hard and standing on this word and praying and prophesying and fasting and praying about a word, about a person. And it did not happen. It did not happen in the amount of time that I thought, I guess, that it would have. I was praying for 3 years. Baby, it's been maybe 7 or 8, possibly 9. I got with the person in 2015, July of 2015. Our relationship did not make a full year before it totally ended abruptly. They ghosted me. And all that time, that was the beginning of an awakening for me, to the point to where I'm on this path right now because of it. I'm on this path because of it. With that being said, I wound up getting so many messages, you guys, that me and this person were going to rectify, we're going to reconcile, get back together. We were going to have this powerful family and powerful ministry of God, showing the love of God in the earth by way of so many different healing modalities and the knowledge that we will have gained because of our time in separation, right? I had never heard about no shit like this before this happened to me, and I had never received a word like that before in my life. So I remember it set me on this path to research. So I was given the term kingdom marriages, right? So I started researching, and by research, I mean I Googled kingdom marriages, videos on kingdom marriages. I was just searching for anything. And I even started typing in the browser, like, aspects of our relationship. So a man leaves woman with mother and like little shit like that just to see. And would you believe that that's how I was literally led to tarot, because somebody was talking about kingdom marriages. They had it in their tags, and I ran across this woman, and she was a melanated, carbonated woman. And she was talking about this, but she had kingdom marriages, and she also said twin flames. I started looking into the twin flame connection because this woman literally read my current life, also the messages that I have been given myself directly from God, in my opinion. She read that accurately, literally was explaining what happened to me and the relationship I had just been ousted from. And that began my understanding and whatever of the twin flame connection. So with the watch and pray for temptation being in reverse, I'm telling you, I feel that I have been in a series of soul contracts and connections that honestly have been part of my temptation. You know what I'm saying? They've been, part of my fear that it would not happen. Part of my fear that I would have to remain a woman by herself, alone, without partnership, without companionship. When I feel I have been given a word to remain to myself. And not that would have meant that I really could. I've learned so much now. I understand that friendships could have been companionship now. I understand that I really could have been cool the whole time. I just was thinking about love in only one way. The next card that came out, thou shalt love the Lord thy God, or your God, with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. To me, that word is about loving yourself first. Loving yourself, and then loving your neighbor. And your neighbor covers your husband or your wife. It covers your family members. It covers strangers. It covers children, co-workers, anybody that is in proximity to you. So with that being said, you guys, that has been the word. And at the bottom of the deck, it says, according to your faith, be it unto you. Some of us be thinking we don't even have faith. The truth is, you have some faith somewhere in something. It's what you focus on the most. It's what you believe will happen above anything. So for some people, the reasons that things have not manifested for us is because we believe that it's not going to work for us. We believe that it's not going to happen. And thus, because that's your level of faith, right? That's where your mind is. That's where your focus continues to run to. That's what you're going to continue to manifest and receive. For others of us, it is a no-brainer, and it is still a no-brainer. For some of you guys, there has been no doubt in your mind that God is going to perform what was said. And because of that, that's exactly what's going to happen. Now, I don't want to say exactly as in the circumstances will be exact, but I do believe that the energy of what is said will happen. Even if it's not necessarily with a certain specified individual or place or thing or organization or idea. But something along them lines gonna happen. To be honest, I feel like whatever is the truth, whatever God originally always fucking intended. That's what's about to happen for you in 2024. I don't, this is, and right now. Like, let me be very clear. It's happening even now. Know that. But for this love message, 2024 is very significant for some of you guys. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you were like me. You've received a word back in 2016, rather, and you've been basically waiting, okay? Because you know what? Some of us have this faith. We got the smallest amount of faith that what we were told is going to happen still. Even if you involved yourself in the temptation, or even if the Lord answered your prayers in giving you what you asked for, which is companionship in the form of another relationship, somewhere within your heart mind it's possible that you could still be expecting this word that was given to you to happen. Even if it's subconsciously, and it's still about to happen for you. Mark my words. So be it and so shall it be. Peace, love, light, and darkness, which all work together to bring balance and harmony, first within ourselves and then within our world. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and comment below if this made any type of sense to you. So be it and so shall it be. Have a wonderful day.